Hey everybody! In today's video, we are going to talk about glycemic index. First of all, before we get to glycemic index, let's go through carbohydrate 101. So, when we consume carbohydrates, our blood sugar levels rise. And our bodies respond by producing more insulin in the pancreas. Insulin is a hormone that allows glucose to go from blood into cells. These quick spikes in sugar levels, over the years, can cause the pancreas to tire out and lead to reduction of insulin production and then diabetes. So the general idea is to limit intake of the type of carbohydrates that quickly raises your blood sugar levels, and instead consume more carbohydrates that slowly increase the sugar level over longer time span. This way, you still get the fuel, i.e. carbohydrates you need, without getting the sudden sugar spike. Dr. David Jenkins, in year 1981, came up with the glycemic index system to rank carbohydrates on a scale of 0 to 100, according to how quickly they cause blood sugar to rise. Foods that quickly raise blood glucose levels have a higher GI score than foods that raise blood sugar more slowly. According to Mayo Clinic, foods that score 70 or higher have a high GI score. These include bread, baked potatoes, donuts, short grain rice, etc. Foods with a GI of 56 to 69 are considered medium GI foods. Examples of medium GI foods include bananas, pineapple, basmati rice, etc. And finally, low GI foods have GI score of less than 55. These include beans, milk, pasta, etc. Glycemic index of a food is affected by a number of factors. First, the amount of fiber present in the food. The higher the fiber content, the lower the GI score. Fiber protects the carbohydrates from being digested too quickly. Second, the chemical structure of carbohydrates. Our bodies can process glucose very efficiently, hence glucose has a GI score of 100. On the other hand, we can't easily process fructose, another type of simple sugar. Therefore it has a GI score of 23. Even though they are both monosaccharides or simple sugar. Third, how carbohydrates are cooked or prepared. Longer cooking time softens the starch molecules in foods, making it easier to be absorbed. This is why mashed potatoes have GI score of 85 when normal boiled potatoes have GI score of about 50. Fourth, the amount of fat, protein and acid content. Fats and proteins in food prolongs the time it takes for food to be absorbed. On the other hand, high acid content in food hastens the absorption of food and hence causes a higher GI value. And lastly, food processing. Generally, the more processed a food is, the more likely it will have a high GI score. This is because processed foods require less digestive processing and generally have lower fiber content, and therefore easier to be digested and absorbed. So, the tips on choosing low GI foods? If possible, always go for unprocessed, high-fiber foods. If you have to take a high GI food, make sure you take it with fats and proteins. Okay. That's all for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you and see you next time.